Welcome back to another episode of History Behind the Fighting Styles, Street Fighter Edition. In today's episode, we're taking it back to one of the classic beloved characters from the Street Fighter 3 days. Well, this is another character that is highly regarded of just nothing but hard work, dedication, take your skills to the next level. And that, my friend, is the original new protagonist of Street Fighter 3. Alex.
Shut up!
So kick your feet up, relax, and enjoy today's episode as we break down the multiple wrestling styles that our boy Alex has here today.
Too easy. Just the best this city has. Nothing but chumps around here.
Alright, real talk for a second. Alex in Street Fighter 6 is not just Alex again. This isn't nostalgia bait. This isn't a glow up.
Swung his body to the side.
This is Capcom saying, okay, what if Alex actually fought like a wrestler who knows what he's doing? And I don't mean full-blown anime wrestling. I mean shoot style New Japan Pro Wrestling. With the pressure, positioning, commitment, and punishment. There's a lot more of a laundry list of different style wrestlings that they put under Alex's belt that I'm going to be going through in this. Alex was the original Street Fighter 3 new protagonist to carry the torch for the new generation fighters, learning how to survive and fight from his father figure and mentor Tom. Developers wanted a protagonist that felt American, blue collar, and grounded in realism, basically wanting the US to have their own version of Ryu to rely on. Pro wrestling and MMA were exploding in popularity at the time. So Alex grappling heavy style pulled from that cultural moment. He wasn't about perfect form, he was about momentum. Push forward, make contact, control space with your body. It's also interesting looking at his old original concept art where he originally was going to be a police officer, even being referred to as American Ryu in the art itself. In older Street Fighter games, grapplers were usually built around one thing: landing the grab, you walk, you block, you hope they mess up, then boom, command grab. Alex used to live in that space too. Strong but stiff, explosive but predictable. Street Fighter 6 changes that entire philosophy. This version of Alex isn't waiting for mistakes, he's creating the situations. And I feel that's where his shoot style wrestling comes in, especially now that he's a motion style character, no longer being that hybrid charge character. His movement, stance transitions, and follow-ups resemble pretty real wrestling exchanges like clinching, reading, and punishment. The introduction of Prowler stance is key towards this. Alex sacrifices blocking to access 11 multiple aggressive follow-ups, mirroring shoot wrestling decision trees where positioning and timing matter more than defense. So let me explain what exactly is shoot style wrestling, since that word has been thrown around a lot so far in the video, along with explaining his two other wrestling style influences. So shoot style wrestling comes from a blend of catch wrestling, early MMA, Japanese pro wrestling that leans towards realism. The idea is simple. Once contact is made, you don't disengage, you flow from strike to clinch, clinch to throw, throw to submission, submission to ground control. There's less flash, more intent. No crowd-pleasing pauses, no backing off the reset neutral. And here's the key part. You commit to it. If you step in, you're vulnerable. If you are wide open for the taking, but if you are right, the opponent has no room to breathe. That philosophy maps directly onto Alex's Street Fighter 6 redesign with some other wrestling styles sprinkled into it. So, strong style, this is a form of Japanese pro wrestling that leans towards into realism, having things like stiff strikes, hard knees and elbows, minimal theatrics, and more on maximum impact. The idea is that everything looks like it hurts because it probably would hurt to get hit by these things. In Street Fighter 6, Alex's knees, chops, and heavy strikes carry that energy. They're not flashy, they're meant to stop movement. disrupt rhythm, and force respect. American Pro Wrestling is another style baked into there, is where Alex gets so many of his big move identities. Things like power slams, spears, lariats, and crowd popping finishers. It's about making every hit feel definitive. Alex's powerbomb, his super spear, and lariat-based attacks all come straight from this tradition. They're designed to shift momentum instantly, just like a big spot in a wrestling match. In gameplay terms, this means one clean hit can flip the entire round over, which is really how the way Alex is much more intended to be played as. So Street Fighter 6's Alex is like a big love letter to wrestling fans. He bridges fighting games and wrestling psychology, delivering one of the most authentic grappler experiences the series has ever seen, even with Kenny Omega doing motion capture for Alex. It breaks my heart seeing his interview from a few years ago where he originally thought he wouldn't be accepted by the fighting game community, when he's one of the most cherished members of the community. And being involved with the process of one of his favorite characters outside of Cody, what more can you ask for? It's a full circle journey. With this possibly being his last year of wrestling, what a perfect way to end it all on. If you want to check out the full interview, I'll put that in the description of the video. Alex represents a moment where Street Fighter back in the day tried to grow up, stretch out, and ask a new question. What does a world warrior look like when legends step aside? He's the future knocking at the door, even when the past still owns the building. And in Street Fighter 3, that was exactly the kind of protagonist Capcom needed, which became beloved years after once people took another look at all the new characters from the Street Fighter 3 era, which is a bittersweet moment at the same time, which is what helped us have Alex keep showing up time and time again, just being such a personal fan favorite character. But if you enjoyed today's video, please give a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notifications on new videos dropping. Discord link for the 36 Chambers community will be in the description as well. This is Blackmore here, signing out. I'll catch you in the next video, y'all. Peace.
So be careful.